Hello, I'm Francisco and this is Whaaat, the show where you can actually replay what I say in history class. Hello again and welcome to What the What? The show where we apply concepts and figure out if they are present in historical scenarios. Please give a warm welcome to today's guests. El Frankie, visiting us from Culiacán, Sinaloa. He has no particular profession but enjoys air-conditioned rooms, cold Pacifico beer, and taking warm, luxurious bubble baths. ¿Qué pasó? Our second guest is visiting us all the way from Xochimilco, Mexico City. Francis the Ladybug just recently hosted the Tec de Monterrey Halloween extravaganza. Just because I'm a ladybug, you think I'm a girl? That is toxic masculinity. Ha! My mistake! And last but not least, we have not the Phantom of an Opera, who describes himself as not a phantom, not really into opera, and definitely visiting us from the city of not a copyright infringement in the land of please don't block this video, YouTube. Welcome! The rules of the game are simple. I describe a historical scenario, and if you know the answer, you press the sound and say imperialism, expansionism, colonialism, or annexation. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you get booze. Ready, contestants? Here we go! The second French intervention in Mexico involved the installation of Maximilian of Habsburg as Emperor of Mexico. This Mexican empire was a puppet government under the authority of Napoleon III of France. The French government did this to control Mexico's defense and finances, but without taking direct control of the country or having French citizens settle it. What the what? Francis the Ladybug? This one's easy. It's clearly imperialism, because France had a specific policy to control Mexico, but they had a puppet government, which means they were not equals. Correct! Smooth start, everyone. Moving on to the second scenario, the Mexican-American War, also known as the American Intervention in Mexico, involved the invasion of Mexico City by the United States to take control of Mexico's finances and defense. It culminated in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which forced Mexico to surrender the northern half of its territory to the United States. This was called the Mexican Cession. What the what? Not the Phantom of an Opera? Annexation. The United States added territory to its own, and expansionism. These new states were equal to other US states. Excellent answer. You may not know opera, but you know Mexican history. Third scenario. In 1493, Pope Alexander VI granted all lands west and south of a line drawn 100 leagues to the west of the Azores and Cape Verde to the Catholic Majesties, Isabel of Castile and Fernando of Aragon. This gave Spain the authority to settle and rule the lands now covered by most of Spanish America, founding viceroyalties and captaincies along most of the American continent. What the what? El Frankie? I just want to say this is clearly imperialism, because these new viceroyalties and captaincies were inferior to Spain, but also colonialism, because Spain sent Spaniards to settle these new places. Painfully correct answer by El Frankie! My dear audience, this is an unprecedented situation. Our three contestants are tied, which means they shall have a tiebreaker mystery document round.
Tiebreaker mystery document round.
The rules are simple. I show our contestants a mystery document, they guess what it is, and whoever gets it right wins! Ready or not?
Tiebreaker mystery document round.
Wishing, in a spirit of good and mutual accord, to regulate the conditions most favorable to the development of trade and civilization in certain regions of Africa, and to assure to all nations the advantages of free navigation on the two chief rivers of Africa flowing into the Atlantic Ocean, being desirous, on the other hand, to obviate the misunderstanding and disputes which might in future arise from the new acts of occupation on the coast of Africa, and concerned at the same time as to the means of furthering the moral and material well-being of the native populations. El Frankie? The Da Vinci Code? That is completely and unarguably wrong. I am so sorry. You are disqualified. Not the Phantom of an Opera. The General Act of the Berlin Conference, 1885. Extremely correct! This was the document signed in Berlin by most European empires in which they partitioned Africa amongst themselves without taking any African governments into account. And we have a winner! Excellent job, everyone! I hope you learned something. And our winner wins absolutely nothing. Wait, what? See you next time!